These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken from about the 12. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. That one good for 26 and a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Foster, 45 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Jones. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 25 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Throwing, Jones. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce, 59 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the time, kicking off. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they get.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Jackson. forced out to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Foster with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Looked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he stopped immediately there.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he's got Pierce.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Being chased out left.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he's going to have another first down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Colts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On third down, Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Foster saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 29 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
That one finds Pierce right side. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Jones. That's complete to Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. An easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And they'll indeed take a knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the